welcome guest of honor, our chief guest, to today's conclave, that is Future of Workplace, which has been presented by CPET Innovex and powered by Pro Training and Hire Karma. This is a congregation of principals, deans, training and placement officers, faculties of government and private colleges, and owners, CXOs, HRs of IT, construction, and manufacturing companies. So we are here to come up with new ideas for suggestion to visualize how the future of workplaces will look like. So without any further ado, we all of us know that before starting any auspicious occasion, we always go for lamp lighting. So as a customary tradition, I would like to request our dignitaries to kindly come and join us on the stage for the lamp lighting. First of all, I would like to request Dr. Vibhuti Bhushan Biswal, Vice Chancellor of OUTR, to kindly come and join us for the lamp lighting. Can we have a big round of applause for our dignitaries? I would like to request Mr. G.B. Pani, Chairman of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Orissa, to kindly come and join. I would like to call Ms. Smita Mohanty, CTEF Innovex Director and Head, Principal Scientist, to kindly come and join us on the stage with a big round of applause. CPET. I would like to request Mr. Sohan Kumar De, CEO Hire Karma, to kindly come and join us on the stage. And I would like to request Mr. Vishwadit Shaw, CEO Pro Training, to kindly come and join us on the stage as well. I would like to call Mr. B.C. Padi to kindly come and join us on the stage for the lamp lighting.
जाओ बाहर जिनिस पत्र लेके आसो शीघ्र दास बाबू टिके ऊपर बुलाई दियो ना
अरे सुनी वेलकम बोर्ड देखिलु टिके
मुंह नहीं आसुछि
छोटो हेउ बात का टीवीएस एक्सेल 100 पाई सब किछि सहज टीवीएस एक्सेल 100 केवल 100 ठारू अधिक फुला
Now I'd like to request all our dignitaries to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting. Thank you so much all of you who came and joined us today for the conclave. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Can we have a big round of applause for all our dignitaries who have joined us today, and a round of applause for the beautiful, beautiful audience and the participants of today's conclave as well. Thank you so much. I would like to request all our dignitaries to kindly be seated at their respective places. Alright, moving on to the next segment, I would like to request Mr. Vishwadit Shaw, the CEO and founder of Pro Training, to kindly come and get on the podium for the welcome note. Can we have a big round of applause for the gentleman?
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to each one of you at the Conclave 2024 Future of Workplace that has been presented by CPET Innovex and is powered by Pro Training Hire Karma. Today we gather here to discuss and delve into the future of workplaces. A times are changing, workplaces are changing. The topic that resonates deeply with the current dynamics of our institutes and organizations. I am thrilled to welcome our esteemed guests for the day. Dr. Vibhuti Bhushan Biswal sir, who is the Vice Chancellor of OUTR, whose insights and leadership would be instrumental in shaping the education landscape in Odisha and beyond. We are honored by your presence, sir. We are also privileged to have with us Mr. J.B. Pani, Chairman of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Odisha, whose vision and guidance from the industry side has been a driving force behind the business community's growth in the state. I present a warm welcome to Shri P.C. Padi Sir, Principal and Chief Manager, who has been instrumental in research and taking the institute and the research culture and the workplaces across in the state. A special welcome to Dr. Smita Mohanty, Director and Head of CTF Innovex, whose innovative approaches have been transforming the way we perceive and embrace technology in education beyond, and most important, in the startup support that Innovex is giving all of us. I'll also like to welcome Mr. Sohan Kumar De, CEO of Hayakama, who also presents expertise in talent management and HR strategies, would add an immense note to the day. To all our esteemed panelists, industrial leaders, HR professionals, HODs, colleagues and attendees and representatives from the corporate who would be joining or have already joined, and the rest 6 panels that are lined up throughout the day, we are here for the commitment to shaping of the future of workplaces. Today, as we navigate through the challenges and opportunities that lies ahead, let us remember that our collective efforts and collaborations will define the future of our workplaces. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to each one of you. Let us make this conclave a truly enlightening and enriching experience. Thank you and welcome everyone once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for the welcome note that you presented. So, next I would like to request Smita ma'am to kindly felicitate all our guests who have joined us today, all our dignitaries. Thank you so much, all of you, once again, for joining us today. I would like to request someone to kindly coordinate so that it will be easier. I'd like to request all our dignitaries to kindly stand up at their respective places. Can we have a round of applause for all of them? Thank you so much. This is a token of gesture from our side. We are really, really thankful that you came and joined us today. Thank you. We are all set to start today's event. I'd like to request everyone to kindly put your hands together for all our dignitaries. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. Now I would like to request our chief guest, Dr. Vibhuti Bhushan Biswal sir, Vice Chancellor of OUTR, to kindly say a few words. All right. So before moving ahead, I would like to request our CEO and founder of Pro Trainee, Mr. Biswajit Shaw, to kindly felicitate Dr. Smita Mohanty ma'am. Can we have a round of applause? Thank you so much. All right, moving on to the next part, I would like to request Dr. Vibhuti Bhushan Biswal sir, Vice Chancellor of OUTR, to kindly come and join us and say a few words on today's occasion. Can we have a round of applause for sir? Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. Mr. Pani out here, one of the senior fellows amongst us, and a very well-known industrialist and manager of our state. Dr. Mahanti, the director and head of this Innovation Center at CPET. Mr. Padi, the director, our young friend out here, ladies and gentlemen. A few days back, I got a call from Professor K. Swai, Ranjan Kumar Swai, who was the earlier principal of Palla Maharaja Engineering College, Berhampur, and is a good friend of mine, requesting me to come to CPET for doing some inauguration. When I asked about what it is all about, he said some young people are there and they have some startups out there. They want to conduct some program and you be there. Actually, I love to be amongst young people. I have been for last 39 years amongst young people only, being in a educational institute all time. So I enjoy being with young people. It's not that I don't enjoy with my own friends and senior people, but I feel like young when I talk to young people and take something out of them. So what I want to say, that things are changing very fast. And the pace has taken up like anything. Amongst us, Mr. Pani is here, and he was just talking to me that he started his business, he started his manufacturing company way back in 78, more than 4 decades back. He started his own workplace that time. And none other than him can say better how was the workplace that time, how is the workplace today, and how will be the workplace tomorrow. We are talking about the future workplace. So things are changing so fast that we need to know, we need to unlearn, we need to learn again. And this is more important not for the people like us who are having some government jobs, but for the people like these fellows who are creating their own workplace, the startups. And I'm happy to note that, in today's time, for the last few years, these startup companies have come up in a big way, helping themselves and helping the country. It was not happening earlier. Especially the Odia people were not having that kind of interest, or should I say that kind of courage to go for a startup, to open a business, unlike people like Mr. Pani. I don't know what is his background and how he started the business. He'll be telling it better. But many people from our state I've seen didn't have the courage to start. And again I remember the slogan was there during late Mr. Devi Patnaik's time that there will be in 100 days, 100 industries will be there. Sorry, 1,000 days, 1,000 industries will be there. And a lot of facilities were created, a lot of infrastructure developments happened to create awareness and to promote industries, to promote entrepreneurship in Odisha. It actually failed in a very bad way. It really failed. And today, it is because the mindset has changed, because the environment has changed, because the entire ecosystem has changed. People are coming up with ideas. And startup means doing something. Especially, I am from engineering background. Engineering means doing something. We talk about two things in business. not politics, not social work. We talk two things. One is engineering, the other one is management. These are the two things. Management means those people who can make others do. Engineering means it is all about doing. And these two, when mixed together, there is nothing like that. Many people fail in the first attempt. So, fail in the first attempt means I am reminded of the explanation of fail by none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. FAIL, fail, first attempt in learning. So, that means our learning has been somewhere, some lacuna, and that's why we fail. But you should accept it as a part of learning. And when we learn, we do what is called as the manifestation of knowledge. Standing on the own foot. That is what happens after we fail. And for learning, there has been many things available in the present age. The government encouragement, the courage to do something, the kind of ecosystem that is being provided to us, and different government policies. If we can take advantage of all that, I think the workplace is sure to change. It will not be like, being at any one point and doing everything at that point of time. We are talking about Industry 4.0. We are talking about artificial intelligence. So when these technologies and these systems are in place, the world is our workplace. It is not CP's Innovation Center, it's not Odisha's WOHUB, it's not any particular place. The entire being in one place, we can control, we can operate from any corner of the world. That is the kind of workplace we are imagining, not imagining, we are having at the moment. And much more are expected. So those advantages are to be captured, and the young people who are starting their life with a lot of courage and lot of encouragement from outside can see a better world. Hopefully, things will be going in a very excellent way that we look for, and people will be getting benefited, the entire society will get benefited, and the young people like our entrepreneurs will be definitely encouraged with the workplace. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, definitely we agree about whatever sir said. We have failed, we are growing, we are rising like a phoenix, of course. And we're really looking forward a bright, bright future, not in terms of only engineering field or IT or, construction, but as a whole, we are growing and will be growing for the best. So moving on to the next part, I would like to request JB Pani sir, Chairman of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Odisha, with a big round of applause to kindly come and join us and say a few words on today's topic, Conclave, that is future of workplace. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. It's indeed a pleasure to come along to the hallowed precincts of CPET, because when I did my engineering for information. I finished my chemical engineering BTech in 1975. So when Dasrath was king, during more or less that kind of time frame. When we decided, and when I decided, fortunately my father was very supportive, he was in the government, and to start business, so start some industry. And though I got that time some PO exam of State Bank of India, I got that, but we're not interested. So we started, and during that time, as our professor and vice chancellor of the university, because I've seen when CET started, even the place there, when you got the place. In fact, because that time only there were 3 engineering institutes in the state. Though I did it from outside, because it was only chemical engineering and petrochemicals and other things which were there in LIT. Why I'm trying to tell you is that time moves, but the pace moves faster. When you look into what happened in 75 or 78, 75 actually started my first business, 78 I wanted to do some development work. We passed out engineering, we thought we were God's first cousin. So we'll do everything innovative, and did research and did perfumery intermediates, which was being imported. And did some bromostyrol, yara and other things, but that didn't work much. I couldn't get much turnover. And everything I had to go and sell in Mumbai or in Bangalore or in Delhi, if not forget about the export levels. And we realized that everything in Bhubaneswar, nothing was there in Bhubaneswar. There was, okay, let's put it this way, that when I came into Bhubaneswar in 54, that time I was a one-year-old guy when my father came along, because he was in the government, and we did a schooling. We didn't have anything, but later DM school came along, and DM school had a fantastic equipment, because it was a completely funded, US funded school. There were only 4 schools in the country. So even in the school, we used a lathe machine, we used welding machines, and my love for technology came up. And we had technology as a subject in class 8th, which was fantastic, the DM school out here. And we learnt in 60s how to make a crystal radio with a transistor. So that was the learning, that advantage we got. But later we realized that, as I said, there's a huge gap. Everyone wanted a government job. No one, anyone who did not get a government job, it was difficult to get married. Fortunately, I found a lovely girl who I fell in love with, and she agreed in college itself. So otherwise I would not have got a bride. That's the level that we had. And even if you earned money, we were not considered equals, though it was on the technology subjects. Why I'm trying to tell you this, that times have changed, and times are going to change very fast now. We have certain advantages in India. You have certain great advantages, or at the same time very difficult. How many of you are aiming to have started a startup or aiming to do a startup? Please raise your hands. I see 1, 2, good. 3, 4, that's good. That's a very high percentage. And I would say all the best to you. And I have done a lot of businesses in my life. Succeeded in some, hugely succeeded in some. Like when we started Radiant, we had offices all around India, had 17 places in the country. We had 900 people, out of which more than 100 engineers and 50 MBAs working in my company. But we also failed. And failed not necessarily because of the business itself, but because of political and other compulsions. When suddenly, if the government decides that we will import everything and not take indigenous products, or vice versa, then you are finished. So today there is a good environment for that. And personally, I have invested in I am investing only in companies. I started an organization called TIE. Have any of you heard TIE? The Indus Entrepreneurs, TIE. That is the world's largest organization for fostering entrepreneurship. It is all over the world. We have TIE contests and all, and good amount of funding is available. Not only funding, mentoring. Every big guy that you have heard of is a member of TIE. Vinod Dham. You talk about any Anand Mahendra, you talk about anyone. And I was the chairman of CII about 30 years back here, and of course National Council member. Why I'm trying to tell you this is that today in Indian Chamber of Commerce or in CII, we have every large industry, the Jindals, the Tatas, every industry, both the government industry, that is the public sector industry, as well as the private sector industries. So that market is available to you. And we can bring about matchmaking, we do bring about matchmaking and helping out people. Suppose you want to sell something to a particular, to Jindals or to Tatas or to Nalco or to, I can get you meet the top guys. Because Indian Chamber of Commerce they are all members there. So you have to take advantage of this particular facility besides whatever facilities government gives. Government, and please don't depend on government. That's the first lesson. If you believe that the money will come in or that there will be a decision, the decision making will be late, money will come, and if you supply things to the government, you will get the money on 31st March, not earlier. Things are changing though. But, so please don't depend on government. If you believe that government is doing everything, that's a great mistake. Government is just a facilitator. We are happy if business is happy if the government does not bring about a roadblock. Business should be aware, conscious of the good practices and what is good for the environment on a long-term levels, and that the government also is a huge advantage to bring about. When we say about, let's say when you're talking about bringing hydrogen energy or similar green energies, then government direction helps, government subsidies help. When I'm talking of subsidies, why I'm saying you have to think in a different level. Today you must have heard that the chip making industry is being subsidized. And unfortunately, in my opinion, it has gone to Gujarat. That's a different story. It should go to South in India, because most of the initial levels of work has been done there. But anyway, wherever it goes, do you know the subsidy that is going to be given? It is today being committed in the region of $10 billion of subsidy, both the state and the center. It will become more. When you talk about that kind of subsidy, you are talking about more than the entire budget for education of the government of India. That's the amount of subsidy that is being given. But sometimes it's necessary. And that is where the government should be proactive, and I'm happy about it. But as a business guy, you should be clear what you need, the technology that you need, where to source the technology, and when you're talking about the specific reason for the workplace here, what kind of skills you need to impart. And that's why CPET and other organizations are very, very important. The skills which will make you or people employable. Otherwise, we take even graduate engineers and we go take them through a training to first make them unlearn certain things and make them learn and understand engineering or whatever levels of the real life, whatever necessities are there. So today that is important. Otherwise, we talk about a demographic advantage of India. that can also be a curse. Because if they are not skilled properly, and thank you ma'am for helping in training and all of you, the institutes and all, because if you don't train them and skill them properly, then they will not be employable, and anyone who's not employable and young can also be destructive. That's why I said it can be a major problem. So skilling and upskilling, learning and unlearning is a continuous process. As an engineer, I know that I started from chemical engineering, I went to manufacturing televisions, digital exchanges, electronics. So as our Vice Chancellor, learned Vice Chancellor said, it's engineering and management, but you have to learn how to harness those resources that you have. That is I would say the biggest ability. Harness the various resources that you have and bring the best out of it. Now how do you do that? For doing that you should have a goal that I will do this. And then how do you work towards it? Break it down to small bits and then go step by step. And bring about and source people and resources, other resources, both financial, engineering and machines and various other things if necessary. Source it correctly so that you are able to do and produce things economically, which is a quality product. When I started manufacturing digital exchanges, that time Mr. Vijay Malia, Unitel, they came along and wanted to put up a big project. They did put up a big project. I'm talking about again in 80s. They spent 14 crores. I spent 1.47 crores. My interest component, their interest component was more than my capital cost. That is why they ultimately had to liquidate that company. So it's how do you harness the resources is important. Whatever knowledge I have, limited knowledge, everyone has limited knowledge. So whatever limited knowledge I have, how do I augment it? How do I get a person from some other organization, some other facility, someone who knows how to talk, someone who knows how to present, someone who can give a direction to this is the technology which will come in the future. That is what is important. So now I'll come back into the last 10 years of my career, or 12 years from 2012. I'm involved in various startups. One is InDNA. I don't know, straight down the road you will see a company called InDNA. It is on biotechnology. It's on human genetics. So I got involved there. I was a director. Invested in it, ensure that he gets investment and he comes to a certain level. He's a professor, so he's doing well. Then I have invested in two other companies called, one is CTPL, which has recently got good funding, and certain companies which have not done well. Arelec is now doing well. We are putting up in Bahrain also certain reliability engineering activities. What is important is that we know that when we start, we don't only invest money. Money investment is not the correct investment, because that will be only after a company has reached a certain level. Till that time the investment is in terms of management, in terms of mentoring, in terms of helping them see the goal, identify the goal clearly, help them how to reach it. So all of you, my only advice will be, or not advice, I'm not a person to give advice, is that you decide, chart your own course. But ensure that you get skilling and you get the resources for it. Resources are not only human, financial, and besides financial and human resources, the engineering or even the others, the methodology of getting things done. That is very important. So every component is important. Please plan out well. Plan out your own career. If you're not onto startups, plan out your own career. Upskill yourself to the level that you feel that is going to help in your growth, and don't take shortcuts. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Dr. Bibhuti Bhushan Biswal sir will be leaving as he has a meeting. But we have our dignitaries with us, and definitely, sir, we agree with you. Shortcut is never a solution, and definitely we also agree that you were quite lucky to experience such, interesting things when you were in school. We could not do that because that was not available for us, of course, and of course you were very lucky to get married to the love of your life, even if you were not in a government job, because a decade back also we were listening, "Arey government job nahi, company chakri karche kaun job hagar kariba." We happen to listen these kind of things, but definitely scenario has changed a lot, and obviously all kind of companies and private jobs with good pay has been blooming like anything. So moving on to the next part, I would like to call Dr. Smita Mohanty ma'am, head and director of CTEF Innovex, with a big round of applause to kindly come and share her views on today's conclave. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Very good morning to everyone. Off the dais and on the dais, respected dignitaries. I think Vice Chancellor has left because of his busy schedule. Mr. J.B. Pani, Chairman of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Odisha. Sohan De, Bishwajit, Pro-Trainee, CEO Pro-Trainee. Let me brief you what exactly this workshop aims at, because you have explained how all the future of workplace should look like. Now, Pro-Trainee and this workshop has been organized jointly between Not In Line, I think Higher Karma, as well as Pro-Trainee. Both of them are the incubators who are incubated under CTEF Innovex. Now, the idea of holding this conclave is that to create different opportunities. As you rightly pointed out, skilling is one of them, yes, and how skilling is going to upgrade your technicalities, because at CPET the major thing is skilling. Skilling is because we believe in STAR concept, and STAR stands for skilling is one of them, and technical support services is one of them, academics is one of them, and research is one of them. So CPET stands for 4 different things. One is STAR, skilling, technology, research, and academics. So why skilling is emphasized? The major thing is that for anything you do, starting from your diploma level to your school level to your engineering level, then you go to your post-graduation as well as the PhD level. Everywhere skill sets are essential, be it engineering skills, be it communication skill, be it any other skills. Now today, this conclave has been basically organized to develop different kinds of skill strategies with the leading colleges. Now, I think majority of the guests are yet to arrive, because there will be panel discussion among the principals of different engineering colleges, private engineering, vis-a-vis the government engineering, vis-a-vis all the construction sector also, what skilling is required. Because in construction sector, we may say that it is only dealt with, EAT and all these things. No, there are not many things which can be addressed in this sector. So that too, another thing, NEP 2020. Now the idea of new education policy came up because we need to have optional arrangement for all the students starting from different levels as per the Skill India norms. So that is how this conclave has been organized. Now, I'll just brief you, sir, because you are not aware of that how CPET addresses. This Innovex cell has been set up with the idea of promoting the startups, stand-ups, and we have currently 18 incubators. Among them, this incubator, specifically Pro-Trainee, deals with the skill training ranging from oil and gas, petrochemical sector, that too in upstream as well as the downstream petrochemical sector. They deal with different categories of skilling which they provide. Now, so to have more insight of the skilling technology, what we have, this conclave has been arranged based on different strategies what we are looking for. Now, another thing, the idea of this incubation setup is that we want that more and more startups and stand-ups should approach us, be it in the area of petrochemicals or in any other sector which can be aligned to petrochemicals. Because today, without petrochemicals, you cannot thrive. That's what we say. Because we start our day with the plastics and we end our day also with the plastics. We say that we promote, but yes, there are some plastics which you have to discard or which you have to move away from the environment. Now, so based on that, this Innovex cell has been promoting the startups to come forward with different kinds of ideas, indigenization of different technologies. Because today this is what India wants. We want more, promote more of Make in India. We want to promote more of various kinds of import dependency. We want to stop it. Whether it's in any DRDO defense sector, aerospace, automobile engineering, or in any other sector. So I think throughout the day there are 6 panel discussions we are having, and it is fulfilled with different guests who will be coming from different fields, and this is a very important part. Some of the startups have also joined and more are coming up throughout the day till 4 o'clock, and we have a small visit to the laboratory facilities. We have a different categories of work which is being taken up, like we are currently dealing with heavy metals in cosmetic products, which all of you may not be knowing it. We are doing with that. Irrespective of belonging to petrochemical sector, we also address many other sectors also. Like I said, we have a biodegradation laboratory where you can witness the biodegradation tests. Even we have lot of material oriented things, starting from medical waste to your biodegradable polymers to your construction related materials, how this sector can classify itself in different categories. So that is all. I don't want to take much time because we have panel discussions ahead, and I think Principal Sir will also speak a few words after this. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Definitely we are here to come up with new ideas, new strategies and suggestions. And for sure, skills, they do play a very important role in anything and anywhere when it comes to, coming up with new ideas and development. So moving on to the next part, I would like to request Mr. P.C. Pari, Sir, Chief Manager and Principal of CPET IPT, with a big round of applause and say a few words of wisdom on today's conclave. Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning to all. Respected Dr. Vibhuti Bhushan Biswal sir already left. He is the Vice Chancellor of OUTR and the Government of Odisha. Sri J.B. Pani, Chairman of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Odisha. Dr. Smita Mahanti, that is Director and Head of Principal Scientist, LARPM Bhubaneswar and CTEF Innovex Laboratory, and Mr. Sohan Kumar De, CEO Hire Karma, and Sri Biswajit Shah, CEO Proteni, and all other delegates from principals from different engineering colleges across Odisha, and my dear participants, and all training and placement officers from different part of the state, like OUTR, VSSU Bulla, and all the delegates. I once again welcome you all. You are all knowing that as per the objective of Government of India, the future of workplace is highly important. That how you can just upgrade the knowledge of the people in different spectrum. Like in CPET, we are conducting various BTech and MTech PhD programs. Similarly, many reputed organizations, the students are undergoing different courses. But behind of everything, the skill set, improvement, upskilling, reskilling, and improving the skill development, so that they will be really working in a better way and in a productive manner, so that the efficiency of working will be enhanced. And with that objective, Government of India has started Digital India, Make in India, Skill India. That's what everybody is encouraging the startups. We are budding new scientists and our students to encourage them, and by providing high-tech equipments and machineries, and government is providing very high support in different ways to encourage these startups, these incubators. And this incubation cell, we are doing, madam is doing a very, and the team is doing a very wonderful job by now so many startups, they are engaged in different types of activities, and our Innovex laboratory is giving all handholding support for just improving them, and so that they will do better. I hope this Future of Workplace Conclave 2024 for these 2 days will be really beneficial to everybody, and it will enlighten everybody, and so that we can hope these new entrepreneurs, new startups who can develop their technology, and they will participate in a better way for the economic growth of our country, and the mission of Government of India will be fulfilled, and I wish all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming and joining and sharing your ideas. Thank you so much. And we have a lot of things coming up for today's occasion. So, thank you so much to all our dignitaries who came and joined us. I would like to request all of you to kindly, we have seats arranged for you. I would like to request all of you to be seated at your respective places. I'd like to request Mr. Soham to kindly direct all our dignitaries to be seated at their places as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the topic. So we have a break of 5 minutes for high tea. I would like to request all of you if you want to take a breakfast for some time. Then we'll be all set to start today's panel discussions. Most of our panelists have already joined. So anyone who wants to take a break, we are giving a break of 5 minutes. If you want to get and freshen up in between this 5 minutes, then kindly go ahead. So I would like to request everyone to kindly come back to the same place within 5 minutes, and we'll be all set to start today's panel discussion in a while. Thank you so much. Shit. Alright, everyone who have already joined us after the break, I would like to request all of them to kindly settle down because within 5 minutes we are going to start our first panel discussion. Our panelists have joined us already, so they will be coming and joining us any moment soon. They are already here. Before that, I would like to request everyone to kindly settle down for a while. I think it was a much needed break that you guys took, obviously, and we're really looking forward for a healthy and productive discussion. I would like to request all of you to kindly pay attention and be an active participant of the discussion as well, actively participate with that. So within a while, we are all set to start today's discussion, the first panel discussion, whose topic is navigating career horizons perspective from government college placement leaders. So we'll be starting it in a while. Thank you so much. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request all of you to pay attention and settle down at your respective places because we are all set to start our first panel discussion of the conclave, that is navigating our career horizons perspective from government college placement leaders. But before moving ahead, I would like to request the moderator of the session, Mr. Sohan Kumar De, CEO Hire Karma, to kindly come and join us on the stage with a big round of applause. I would like to call him. Thank you so much. So, we have our esteemed dignitaries who will be coming and joining us on the stage for this session. I would like to request all our respected panelists to kindly come and join one by one. But first, allow me to introduce Dr. Sujit Das, the esteemed Director of Training and Placement of BPUT. Dr. Das joined BPUT in the year 2023 and in his current role at BPUT helped prioritize student upskilling and campus recruitment. He has partnered with NASCOM, Mahindra Pride Classroom, Infosys, Q Spiders and more top companies for this purpose with additional partnership in progress. With a big round of applause, I would like to call him to kindly come and join us on the stage. Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have the esteemed Dr. Bhagwat Panda, the driving force behind the placement endeavors at PMEC. Dr. Panda's relentless pursuit of excellence and his passion for empowering students have been instrumental in shaping countless careers. He joined PMEC in the year 2018, and at that time, the placement ratio of the college used to be around 35 to 40%, but now due to his dedication towards shaping the career of students made a biggest impact on the placement sector of the college to 60 to 65%. Many new known companies are coming to the campus after he joined. With a big round of applause, I would like to request Dr. Panda to kindly come and join us on the stage. Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have Professor B.P. Das, the placement officer of OUTR, the man behind such successful placement results of OUTR. The Vice Chancellor, sir, was also there, who had joined us from OUTR, and he also mentioned about the achievements that OUTR has shown. And after Professor Dr. B.P. Das joined, obviously the surge in placement, there has been a significant surge in placement. With a big round of applause, I would like to request Professor Dr. B.P. Das, sir, to kindly come and join us on the stage. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming and joining. Last but certainly not the least, we are privileged to have Mr. P.K. Nanda, the esteemed placement officer at VSS UT. Mr. Nanda's steadfast dedication to fostering industry academia collaboration has paved the way of countless students to embark on fulfilling career journeys. With a big round of applause, I would like to request sir to kindly come and join us on the stage. So now that we have set the stage with our warm welcome and introduction, it's time to dive into the heart of our discussion on the future of workplace. So to guide our conversation, we have Mr. Sohan De, who will be posing some questions to our esteemed panelists that align with the theme of today's panel session, Navigating Career Horizons. So we have a very small bandwidth of the time limit. It's already 12:07. We have a bandwidth of 15 minutes. I would like to request the moderator to kindly carry forward, keeping in mind that. Thank you so much.
Hello, mic check. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed panelists and distinguished guests, a warm welcome to today's enlightening discussion on the future of work. It's truly an honor to be surrounded by such a dynamic group of individuals each contributing a wealth of experience and expertise to our discussion. Before we dive into our theme, I must extend my heartfelt appreciation to seated Innovex, Higher Command Fraternity, whose tireless efforts to have brought us together for this thought-provoking conclave. The dedication to ensuring the smooth execution of this event is truly commendable. Today we are joined by a fantastic line of speakers, each a leader in their respective fields. So I'll start with you. All are the placement leaders of this state. Everyone is leading great colleges, great universities. So I have a common question for all of the esteemed panelists present over here. Sir, I would like to address a brief description about the current placement scenario of your respective colleges. And what are the placement statistics of your colleges right now? So first I'll go to Dr. Das, B.P. Das.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Sohan, for inviting me and giving this opportunity to be a panelist in this future future workspace, Conclave. As the question, first question has been put to me regarding the placement statistics. Currently, the placement statistics of OUTR is around 85% of the employable students. So why I say employable? Because some students they are not employable because of various reasons. As far as I have seen in my last 23 years of service, I have seen people fall into 6 different categories in the final year, as there is the final year. So first category students, they obviously they are interested for higher studies, maybe in the technology or in the management area. The second category students, they are more interested for jobs through GATE, like Navratna companies. Some category of students, they are more interested for government jobs like UPSC, OPSC and other competitive examinations. Fourth category students are interested for startups and entrepreneurs. Fifth category students are interested for placement, maybe on campus or off campus. And the sixth category students, they do not fall any of the above categories. So either they are unable to decide what they want, or they are unable to meet the minimum expectations of the requirements for registration of placement, that is regarding their CGPA and backlogs. So basically the challenge of the placement team is to address the needs of the category 5 students, that is who are seeking placement opportunities through on-campus and off-campus interviews, or sometimes full campus interviews. So as of till date, we are able to provide almost 620 job offers to our students, which roughly comes to 85% of the current employable students of the university. And the highest package is almost 23 lakhs, and the average package is 7.5 lakhs for our university. Thank you.
Wonderful to hear that, sir. There is always going to be talking with your leadership now. So I'll pass the mic to Dr. Das. I want to listen, like this, he is from BPUT, he is leading like a lot of BPUT affiliated colleges. I just want to know the overall placement statistics of those.
So good afternoon everyone. It is an honor and privilege to be here among all the intellectuals. So now whatever Dr. Das has already explained, 50% he has covered that what kind of student categories are there. Now I have recently joined the organization and we are in the process of getting the collecting the data from all the colleges to have proper analysis, and everybody must be aware that presently the market condition is not so cool, or you can say it is in a very good condition. So we are expecting some kind of physical outcomes in 2025, but going back to my previous organization, whatever I have come across in terms of placement activities, whatever I have seen, like always 80%, 75 to 80% students are really employable. But honestly, if I would tell, then maximum 40 to 50% they have the willingness that they want to do some job based on their own skilling technologies. So looking into the kind of avenues what the companies are expecting from all of us, from student fraternity, from the faculties, from the colleges, the basic driving force in terms of self-learning mechanism is absolutely absent. So going forward, it is highly expected that the upskilling part will definitely enhance the kind of opportunities for the students, and Odisha government, being into BPUT, at least I can say that Odisha government is very much proactive in terms of creating the possible avenues So that is the thing, but placement scenario is expected to be highly enthusiastic towards 2025 or 26. But at present, as the market is getting opened slowly, the students need to be very much competent in terms of upskilling. Otherwise, there is no way that somebody can help them. Thank you.
Exactly. Upskilling is a thing which everyone should focus. Okay. So now I'll go to my extreme left, Dr. Raghu Panda, my teacher. Okay. So he guided me a lot while I was in PMBC. I'm just an alumni of PMBC of 2020. Sir, I just want to ask you, anyway, at the end of the day, I'm very close to you, close to your college. I'm very closely linked with the placement cell of Parla Maharaja. I just want to understand what is the statistics of PMBC? Like students, what is the number of students getting placed and how are the current placement scenario is going on in PMBC? Over to you, sir.
So, good afternoon to all. Thank you, sir. So, myself, Dr. Bhagwat Panda, training placement, TPO, Dean also, sponsor research internship consultancy. Actually, when I joined took the charge, TNP, that time the scenario was very poor, that means 30%. Then it is progressively increasing. Last year data 65 point something. So now the scenario is 52%. Now already 200 students, about 200 students have been employed. So highest package is 6.6. TP SODL last week, the 18 students have been placed in electrical engineering, also computer science, other big company like Hexaware, Atmosis. We have minimum 3 lakh package for the software. So the core also 2.8. So highest, we have some policy, teamwork, and also we have also physical training also we are giving before placement starting. So this time we have given all the Java, C, and so PHP or reasoning aptitude. After that, once they are getting the knowledge about the domain, also non-technical things, we are starting the process, placement. And we have the teamwork. So the students, actually the government engineering college, so many students have career is one constant is there, close to. But opportunity is very, scope is very good, and good companies are coming to our college. Students, basically civil engineering students, are taking interest for the government job. Okay, so also electrical, mechanical mostly the company, good companies are coming. Also MNCs are coming, and most of the companies are coming, and also physically they are coming through physically, also through also online mode. They are coming, and we are giving the opportunity also there, and the students are taking very much interested. And government college scopes are very large, means they are also interested, get interested, and also interested for the MTech also management. They are interested. They are taking very much interest toward the placement side. For that, we are giving so much opportunity to them for appearing the exam. So placement scenario this year very good. Also we will also improve. Also so many companies are pipeline. They are also giving the signal to come out physically to our college for the placement. Okay.
Glad to hear that, sir. Like we always hope PMBC should do best. Now I'll go to my extreme right, Professor Nanda, sir. So we just want to know how PSSLP is doing on placement.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity that you have extended to me. Let us contextualize before understanding the placement statistics of any institute, forget about government or private. This year is definitely challenging year. On that foundation, actually the question is in frame, whether our university or institutions are affected or not. In terms of number, yes, definitely. ACCT also has been affected. Last year we had around more than 800 placement. Now we have closing first 500. But still, I read this year's placement is one of the best placements I have ever seen in terms of its quality and average range of offer. Most of the companies are offering above 6 LP, highest is 17.8. But so in that we have suffered a lot. But you have to understand the reason. Actually, very quickly we attribute that it is the recession, war, whatever it may be. But still we have reached around 70%, 69.some% of placement for BTech in BSSFT, good packages. And when you say percentage, all of you already know that it is as per the eligible students. All the students are not eligible because of certain criteria, like 60% career throughout and all. Everybody knows it. Now come to IT sector. Actually, IT sector is more open, particularly the multinational IT sector is more open to this criteria. And they are not actually, since they have not come with the number is so less. But in terms of core branch, we do not have students left in many of the branches. Many of the companies are approaching, but unfortunately we don't have students. Some of the branches are worsted, like civil engineering and production, and surprisingly electronics. Because most of the software company, technology companies were hiring electronics and the chip design, particularly VLSI companies. So what is the reason? The reason is just not the war. It's very simple. The IT industry is going through a very big change. That is number one, where skill will come into play. Second, definitely war. We are expecting that the market will open somewhere in January, but again the Middle East conflict came unfolded, and because of which things are being led. But for all TP, I would say that IT has not died down, never died down. That is definitely going through a very big shift in terms of technology and the expectation from the students, and actually that poses a very big challenge to all of us. That you have to understand. Number of opportunities will not end, and for this space particularly, I will say IT sector, when it opens, it will definitely call them. Like in 22 post-pandemic, our placement went up to December of the 23 batch for 22. So this year also I expect. Electronics, everybody speaks of big rise in electronics. They are also being mentioned wait and watch policy. Once the policy unfolded completely, I expect a lot of employment in VLSI. And specifically if I tell BSCCT, this is definitely a very good placement season. I will rate this better than even in 22 and 23, where there is bumper employment, but it was full of software. I don't say they are bad, but this time it is zero. We do not have any big sector visited our campus, but still we have already this almost 500. 8-9 sort of 500, and we have reached 69, so almost 70% of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's good to know, but end of the day, IT is lagging, we everyone know. So, coming to this IT industry, you guys are the placement leaders, and you guys are in college for long years. So, in 2020, when COVID came, that time this IT market was booming, right? In 2021, whoever is reading in any engineering branch, they have an IT job. I have seen a lot of my friends who doesn't, with a great packages. Everyone hired in 2021. Like the same thing happened in startup ecosystem as well. Like whoever is a startup in 2020 or 21, they have a great funding. So when 2020 student joined. Okay, that time this IT was booming and everyone joined IT industry. And these guys are passing out right now. This 2024, 23. Everyone will agree to me in this point. So everyone must have a question what these guys are doing. Everyone joined computer science. I've seen a lot of colleges has increased their seats, like computer science earlier used to have 60 seats, but now they have 120, 180 seats. good to know that. But still, like when it increased, right? I've seen a lot of core branches students like civil, mechanical. Another day when they joined, like I was into the part of an induction program when people joined. When I asked people like, what is your thoughts? Where you wanna join after 4 years of passing out from BTech? Where you wanna join? Everyone was used to say like IT में हमें जाना है, IT जाना है, हमें work from home करना है, हमें घर पे रहना है और हमें IT में जाना है. I'll ask Professor Nanda like what is any kind of things happening. I can see a lot of people like who was interested to go to IT, but they are moving to sales industry. Everyone will agree to me. It may be a controversial question, but end of the day, every colleges are showing the numbers by putting a lot of sales candidates, lot of sales job, and showing we have a good number of placement. Okay, so I just want to understand from Professor Nanda.
Yeah, in fact, we have also this time had sales positions, very few, but I would like to tell you, we do not consider them as placed. They are always allowed, even if they are placed in any sales position. Regarding IT, I'll tell, in BSSAP, it is completely different. Core students are least interested towards IT. They are compelled to get it. But here I would like to tell something very clearly for all of us. We should understand and we make our students understand this fact. Actually, any core company when comes, a core engineer is not placed as an engineer. Basically, they manage. So if somebody says I'm very much interested in core engineering, then naturally he has to go for higher studies so that he will be in a position in any company actually will be doing some engineering work. Similarly, IT sector earlier at the beginning when I joined in this 10th placement set in 2014, I was not very obsessed with IT. But look at as a student or as an employee, a part of a company, one needs to solve the problems. So IT actually also offers an excellent opportunity, but we want to if we see the internal structure in an IT company and the kind of work that they actually facilitate something and then feel that you have achieved because they directly deal with the customer. So it is not necessary that all the time with an engineering they go that way, I'll invent something and such. It's not like that. The existing tool will solve somebody's problem and which really contributes. Then naturally IT is also equally pleasurable. IT has some complaint from the students and like that initial payment for non-core students is usually low. Core students for means those companies for higher package IT employment opportunity, they generally choose circuit to branch. So that is one of the complaint. But unlike in core sector, in IT sector, the profile of any person is very different. It may be initially very small, but it increases drastically. Whereas in core, it is more or less the career is very, very smooth. You may get the benefit at the end. So there is no IT obsession versus core or something, but definitely in our institute, core students have less interest in IT as opposed to big institutes like IITs and all top institutes where even if all the students are more inclined towards IT. Thank you. I hope I answered.
Yeah, I completely agree. You should not be like completely obsessed with IT industry. Next I'll go to Dr. Das. I just want to understand that he is leading BPUT Director Training Placement. He is handling many colleges. So I've seen there are a lot of engineering colleges across Odisha. Those are not having good number of placements. Okay, end of the day, what they are doing is they are going to Bangalore. They are joining any institution and learning, and end of the day they coming to Odisha and they are not doing any job. Okay, that's what end up of having an entrepreneur. Okay, so I just want to understand what advice or what things we should do so that every college should get more number of placement opportunities. Over to you, sir.
So now, as from the beginning I have pointed out that it is only the skilling part, and another very important thing may not be the other way. So the topic is navigating career origins perspectives from nothing but whoever has made himself or herself competent enough to work on some models directly from the deployment stage. And we have curriculum, we have the skills. Students, they think that if we are covering curriculum and we are getting the CGPA of 10, definitely we will be grabbing a good job. That is absolutely a big zero, nothing. So whatever the curriculum we are covering, based on that, whatever the possible skill sets we have acquired, if that kind of feelings, that kind of motivation is not there within the student fraternity, so definitely they would be running behind, just like they would be running behind that particular thing in terms of package, CTC. जहाँ पे भी CTC ज़्यादा है, we have to run like anything. But they don't know, today you are working on technology X, tomorrow after a week you have to work on technology Y. So if you are not adaptable, if you are not flexible during that time, if you don't have any competency to make yourself highly diversified to different domains, because the civil engineer, they think that I am into civil engineering, why should I go for coding? Electrical engineering, I should go for power system, why should I go for coding? But the whole world is now going to be encapsulated by artificial intelligence. Being irrespective of any discipline, everybody must have the coding concept, the basic fundamental coding concept, it is a must. Without that, nobody can, even if we are just operating one app in our mobile, you should have some kind of basic knowledge with you, how it is working. So, except that one, if other things just like running behind the kind of fascination world, so that is ultimately it is going to put us in a very bad scenario. And being into the training placement department, I can very honestly I can say it is always a challenge to get the students at the proper place to manage something. You go for the interactive session, you go for the workshop, you go for any kind of placement opportunities, everywhere the attendance will be less. Many of the students, they don't want that I should go for the job. Because company, I am just putting the naked truth. Companies, they pay 15,000, 20,000 internship for 6 months. Many of the students are there, those who must be getting 30,000, 35,000, 40,000 from home. So what is the need of going for internship? हम तो घर से मिल जाता है इतना पैसा. I have come across those situations. So we have to be very practical. We need to be very practical, and everybody has to extend the supporting hand in this regard. And since I am very much new to the system, at least I will be trying my best possible ways to come up with the kind of fruitful outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's really inspiring. So, as we have a bandwidth of 30 minutes and we are running late, my last question will be to Dr. Pandya. So, net on net, job is up or down?
What is the question?
Job is up or job is down? Job is like rising or falling?
Job is rising. See, our future in India also, the job is rising due to the emerging trend in semiconductor devices. Right now, thanks to Modi government, that they can knowledge gather the VLSI also, and they can learn some more things which will help for future job employment and in near future. So according to me, job opportunity is rising, not falling, is rising. Okay.
Thank you, sir. So this panel, I'll close with one statement. Everyone agreed to the statement that we should be upskilling, we should update with the latest trend, whatever is coming in this industry, so that the job will always arise. You have to be optimistic. End of the day, job will come because every business will go, otherwise nothing will happen. So we will close up.
Right, thank you so much to all our dignitaries on the dais and off the dais who had been an active participant of this panel discussion. Guest, our moderator, Mr. Sohan, to kindly felicitate all our respected dignitaries who came and joined us on the dais today. I would like to request all of all right. This is a small token of sir. Thank you. bit low. Can we have a round of applause? Everyone, wake up, because this is a very productive discussion session, and we are going to have much more productive discussion. The white match from your side as well. At the respective places, thank you so much for the valuable inputs you gave for the first session.
Okay. And the topic of this discussion is same, right? Getting Gen Z best opportunities. Yeah, sure.
So we are all set for the second season as well. So I would like to request everyone to kindly settle down, because we have the moderator and the respected dignitaries who will be coming and joining us on the stage to kindly keep the answers short and crisp, because we have a very limited bandwidth of time. Before moving on to the leader of the session to kindly come and join us on the stage, I have a lady who will be guiding today's second session through and will be asking questions to our dignitaries. Our panelists will be joining us for the next session, whose topic is Getting Gen Z, Best Opportunities, Perspective from Private College University Placement Leaders. So our next set of panelists who are coming and who are joining us for the next session. So we have respected Mr. Akshay Kumar Behera, Training and Placement Officer, COSUF. With a big round of applause, I would like to call Sir to kindly come and join us on the stage. So, moving on to the next panelist of today's second session, we have Mr. Sun to kindly come and join us on the stage. Last but definitely not the least, we have Mr. Vishnu also, TPO CUTM, Training and Placement Officer, CUTM, with all of you for coming and joining us for the second session. As best opportunities, perspective is a very important role these days, and definitely it actually works as the progress report of colleges when students seek. So I would like to hand it over to the moderator of, but before leaving, I would just like to mention that we already are running late and we have some multiple sessions to continue as well. We have a very limited bandwidth of time. So much.
Hello. So, hi sir, welcome. And Arya already gave you a very warm welcome with all your introduction. So we'll move forward with the topic. So my first question is to Sanjeev sir. So sir, what do you think, how can private colleges, university bridge the gap between industry requirements and the skills offered by your academic programs?
Hello. So, good afternoon to all of you, all the dignitaries present over here, for giving me opportunity to speak my experience being in the private university in Silicon. So, firstly, let me tell that actually I am an academician. Okay, so I started my career as a teaching. Okay, right now I'm doing teaching, and this is my additional job at the expectations and destinations. And as already my stars already told that how the market is moving right now, and this is really big challenge for us to maintain the placement percentage in private universities, because you know that when students come to a private university for studying, so the first question was what is difficult to maintain the placement ratio, and being a top engineering college in Bhubaneswar also, always we have a average placement ratio 80 more than 80%. Able to reach that particular destination. So definitely, as far as already told the Pandya sir that all the big MNC are not visit any of the campus in Bhubaneswar or Odisha for that, and definitely we are trying for that one. And as sir also told that, the skilling is one of the priority right now for the industry. Then universities we try to implement this policy. We have tied up with those are skilling the students, and I'm happy to say that in this year, so they are doing the skilling in cybersecurity, IoT, embedded, all these things, and the percentage of placement not that high as expected last year, but we are moving smoothly as the company is opening out. I am sure that we can able to reach up to the mark by the end of these sessions. And my advice to everybody that always you have to make the skilling but one of the important parameter in the coming future, because nobody is going to see the percentage. Everybody company the and definitely as the year is opening, will definitely reach the destinations, and I hope that all the colleges also they will have some good placement papers. Thank you.
That's truly commendable, sir. Now, moving on, I would like to ask the next question to Akshay, sir. Sir, because this is topic about Gen Z, what do you think, so what role your institution is playing in fostering entrepreneurship and innovation among the students? I repeat the question. Your institution is playing in fostering entrepreneurship and innovation among your students.
So, myself, Akshay Kumar Behera. So, I'm head of the department training and training. Earlier, I was a faculty teaching in different engineering colleges of Odisha, and also faculty University for All India Civil Service Examination and Shantiniketan Ramadevi University. After that, I have seen non-technical student, technical student as now. So, if I speak about the present market is slow down, IT industry is slow, and particular campus placement is going on, that is for civil engineering students, mechanics. So for IT sector is concerned, it's very poor nowadays. For the last 2-3 years, I think, after the pandemic season, means from 2022, 23 and 24, 25, so placement ratio is very poor. So taking it all into account, so this year we have planned to how we are encouraging students how to do their own startup, how they will be entrepreneur for that side, entrepreneurs to build very good entrepreneurs from our college students. That's still will be finalized. But so far placement is concerned, this is again IT industrial boom in the market. So far IT industry concerned, only 20, I think out of 120 students, I think 30 or 40 students will be placed till now. So let's see how many students have been placed after within few months. And if they say about management and diploma students are getting very good job opportunity. A minimum salary is 20,000 per month, 25,000 like that. But in IT industry, it is very poor, recruitment is very poor. Not a single company is not, I can this year. And 2022, some students will be placed in Capgemini or those like that. They have not been placed yet. So they are still also waiting. I think their job, build their career as an entrepreneur or the planning to make a startup industry in Odisha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. My next question is to Vishnu, sir. So, sir, me being a Gen Z, I'm very curious about this question. So, do you think in general colleges or universities or institutes should rethink their curriculum to incorporate more soft skills and adaptability towards training Gen Z? Do you think so, sir?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. Can you just repeat the question, please?
Yeah, so me being the Gen Z, I'm very curious about this question, that do you think so? I do. Yeah. So I'm very curious about this question, that do you think so the colleges or institutes or the universities should rethink their curriculum to incorporate more soft skills and adaptability towards...
The question is across two parts. The first is Gen Z and the skills. So before that come to the answer, I'd like to cite an example here. Any street talk. What is raw material? Number one. Number two is the processing. Number three is the financial. The financial is the product. The product is not his student. Simple. You are a student now, you are product, nothing else. You are just to be sellable. If you are not sellable, processing is wrong. If the processing is wrong, the raw material is wrong. If the raw material is wrong, everything is wrong. Simple. Now comes to, I'm just going to start an example also. My son is also, he is into 18 years of age. And in India, what happens, we have three different jobs. We prepare according to the jobs, we don't prepare the students according to the demand. So problem number one. What is that? The reason is we have medical science. मेरा बच्चा जो है वो डॉक्टर बनेगा, तू डॉक्टर बनेगा क्या? अगर तू, I mean, the handwriting is very bad, he's going to be a doctor. If handwriting is very good, he's not going to be a doctor, he's definitely engineer. In this, the second job is engineer. The third thing is the management. ये दोनों नहीं हुआ, so if not happening with you, तुझसे कुछ काम नहीं होगा, तो मैनेजमेंट में निकल जा. These are 3 jobs happening in India, so that's the reason the parents actually they forget what to do, and there starts the problem. What's the problem now? Now let me come to the question is that my son is in Jet, and he said, what's that Jet? I said, you are in between 1997 to 2012. This is what your age of date of birth. And which generation you are in? I said, I am into the Gen X. So what's the difference? I said, your mother. So, what happens here, if you do not actually counsel your child properly, problem starts in India from there only. Probably before some time also, GV also saying same thing. I just reiterated that when you do not counsel your child properly, so 3 things will definitely appear in front of you. That's one is the medical science, second is the engineering, third one is the management, nothing else. Zen Z, coming to the soft skill part, soft skill is not a part, right now I'm just answering a question within one line only. This soft skill is not a part of your, like job related. Why are you linking to the job? Most institutions, they make it to the job related. It is not job related skill. Skill is something now, it's the soft skill now the next level. What can you say that? What is anyone also? Anyone who can say that what is the next Zen after Gen Z? It is Zen Alpha. Zen Alpha. No, Zen Alpha is not yet born. Starting from 2013 to 2026. This is the gap, age of gap. Now understand, Zen Alpha, Zen will come, Zen Beta, Zen come, Zen Gamma, I don't know. It's going to happen right now. But understand, will you require the skill only to get the job? No. That is the problem. If you change the pattern, if you change the thought process, that means you have to say that the skill, the next level is the word skill, is not the soft skill. It's the life skill. Life skill also is gone, it's dead. Now it comes to word skill. So skills are more important. It's from the childhood onwards, the parents should understand, because they are the best people in the world for a child, that to how to, to make the child to be grown up. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a much needed knowledge for me as well. And me being a Gen Z, it is evident for me that from our discussion today that providing Gen Z with the best opportunities requires a multifaceted approach. So thank you all for your time, and thank you all the panelists and attendees for their valuable insights and contribution. All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all our panelists who actually gave, their ideas. They shared their ideas and their experience and what they think about, and it was a much needed discussion as well, and it was a really productive discussion. Can we have a round of applause for the completion of this second panel discussion successfully? So before moving on, I would like to request Mr. Rohit Samantrai from Higher Karma to kindly come and join us on the stage to felicitate our panelists. So I would like to request Mr. Rohit to kindly felicitate Mr. Akshay Kumar Behra sir from Kaustuv. Can we have a round of applause? Next, I would like to request Mr. Rohit to kindly felicitate Mr. Ranjit Swine sir, TPO from Silicon. Thank you so much, sir, for coming and joining us. Next, I would like to request Mr. Rohit to felicitate Mr. Vishnwal sir, TPO, CUTM. Thank you so much, sir, for coming and joining and for sharing your words of wisdom with all of us. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. So this second panel discussion is over now. I would like to request all our panelists to kindly be seated at their respective places. So ladies and gentlemen, we are successfully completed, we are done with 2 panel sessions. I would like to request someone to kindly coordinate with me for the 3rd panel session as well. So if there is anyone, Sonali, Akanksha, or anyone who can come and coordinate with me for the 3rd panel discussion, we can do the necessary arrangements for that. I would like to request someone to kindly come and get in touch with me. So we have really interesting topics for this panel discussions that we are going to have today. The first topic was, navigating a career horizons perspective from government college placement leaders. Then the second itself that we recently witnessed, it was, getting Gen Z the best opportunities perspective from private college university placement leaders. And the third panel discussions topic is equally an important one, that is NEP 2020 and the institution roadmap in terms of skills, perspective from principals, deans and HODs. So initially when we had the introduction of all our chief guests, Smita Mohanty ma'am also mentioned about the uplifting of the skills and upskilling topic, and again all the panelists who have came and joined us till now, they particularly have mentioned about skills are something that can be developed over time if necessary inputs are given and necessary dedication. If a person is dedicated about something about the skills, then obviously upskilling is not that difficult, and it is not something that people are not gifted. It is not a God-gifted thing. You eventually develop skills, and that is one of the most important element that we are going to discuss about in the next panel session. So I would like to request someone from the coordinating team from ProTrainee or Higher Karma to kindly come and coordinate with me so that we can do the necessary arrangements for the next session, next panel discussion, and I can call upon our panelists on the stage as well. Thank you. So we are all set to start the 3rd panel discussion, 3rd panel session, and we have Professor Mr. Naresh sir to kindly come and join us on the stage, who will be guiding through the session, and he will be the moderator of the session. With a big round of applause, I would like to call Naresh sir on the stage to kindly come and join us. So, calling upon the panelists of the session, I would like to request Professor Dr. Chittaranjan Mohanty, Principal of PMEC, to kindly come and join us on the stage. Can we put our hands together and welcome him on the stage as well? So, moving on, we have Mr. Venugopal Mahapatra, Director, KEET, to kindly come and join us on the stage. Can we have a round of applause for him? Thank you so much, sir, for coming and joining us.
we have Dr. P.C. Padhi, Principal CPET IPT, to kindly come and join us on the stage for the next panel discussion. Last but not the least, we have Dr. P.K. Subudhi, Principal, Nalanda Institute of Technology, to kindly come and join us on the stage. So the topic of this panel discussion is NEP 2020 and the institution roadmap in terms of skills perspective from principals, deans and HOD's point of view. So from now on, I will hand it over to Naresh sir, Professor of Bhubaneswar, IIT Bhubaneswar. Can we have a round of applause for all of them who came and joined us for this session? But before leaving, I would like, this is a gentle reminder that we have a very short bandwidth of time. I would like to request to keep the answer short and crisp and to the point. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Namaskar. Thank you, Arya, for a nice introduction and welcome. This particular topic is all about NEP, focusing on skill development and vocational training. So much has been said about this particular one. And another interesting part of this particular panel, this panel is standing in between you and launch, right? So we'll make it very precise, right? And you know that National Education Policy 2020 has focused on many aspects of education. It's a landmark in the history of education. And I have a couple of questions to our eminent panelists over here. So I'll begin. Actually, earlier I was asked to make 5-6 questions, but I'll summarize it because of that reason I have already told you guys. So two questions I will ask to all my panelists. So first question is all about skilling and vocational training. So the first question goes to Professor Venugopal sir. The question is all about how your institute is going to address the issue of skill development and vocational training. Okay? So please make it very brief so that we can capitalize our time. Thank you.
Good afternoon. So thank you very much for inviting. What is so everybody is focusing on who is more employable and more sellable in the market, and immediately whom he can recruit to engage for the productive output or outcome. But at the same time, if we are not how the industry can means the students' aspiration will be mapped with the industry need. So that's why it's a commendable initiative where NEP 2020 has made the curriculum multidisciplinary. Okay, and lots of scope has been given in the NEP 2020 by making the curriculum in such a way that more flexibility has come, both your compulsory subjects. So now coming to the part of optional subjects. So the syllabus is framed in such a way that means the students can complete their compulsory subjects by end of third year, and then they can go for 8th semester. So now KIT University we started, and so we have implemented the NEP 2020 in students' needs, like I am from civil engineering. Okay, so as the previous panelist also discussed that civil engineering student should know about AI, coding, these things. So that's why we have introduced minor is a part of the curricula. So that means a student, if he wants to go for civil engineering with a minor in computer science or electronics. Similarly, so many open electives so that he can make himself more employable in the market. Then third thing we have done that the internship program. Okay, so internship has given so much of importance for a student's career to make himself or herself market ready. So that's why the project component started from 5th, 6th and 8th semester. So the students can go classroom away and can go to the industry just to do a project under the guidance of some industry professional so that he will be more employable in the market. So these are the changes means we have incorporated by following NEP 2020, and that apart from that, just two more things I'll tell and conclude. So with the collaboration with the industry, suppose L&T. So L&T, they are offering some subjects so that they will now in market we have a demand of elevated corridor. So now elevated corridor, so what are the specific subjects from the industry people, then he can understand what is the demand of the market and he will learn it from the industry professional. So that we have introduced so that from 5th semester onwards the students will study and at 8th semester he will complete. Similarly, the open elective versus industry electives. So industry we have invited and signed the MOU. So now they are offering some courses and they are training the students. So these are the changes we have received from NEP 2020 and we are very happy for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Venugopal sir, for a nice introduction about the kind of measures you have taken to address the issue of skill development as well as professional training at your institute. Thanks a lot. It's a great one. So the same question I would like to ask Padi sir. So what kind of measures you have introduced in your institute to enhance skill development and professional training as envisaged by the National Education Policy 2020? Can you
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. I am Dr. Pratap Chandra Padi, working as the principal at CPET IPT Bhubaneswar. Actually, we are conducting various BTech and MTech PhD programs, and in BTech we are conducting BTech in plastics engineering, BTech in manufacturing engineering and technology, then MTech in plastics engineering, MTech in manufacturing engineering and technology, then MSc in polymer science, materials and science and engineering. It is 5 years program after plus 2. So basic as per the agenda of Government of India, this National Education Policy 2020 emphasizes basically on vocational training confined to the classroom, for which getting a job in the market is getting students less difficulty because their hands-on skill is lacking. Because of that, Ministry of Skill Development and Apps with connected to skill development and skill upgradation training programs. In CPET, we are conducting 37 skill development training programs, basically in injection molding, in polymer composites, and on plastic processing, troubleshooting, optimization of process parameters during processing, manufacturing of molds and dies for various plastic products. It can be blow molded, extrusion, and metal matrix composites, CNC machining, and 3D printing, additive manufacturing. They are the different, altogether 37 courses are approved by MSD, that is NSQF aligned training programs. The training duration varies from 3 months to 6 months. So generally, the students are given emphasis on this practical training as such in CPET. We give maximum emphasis on practical training because we have all the state-of-the-art machineries and equipments in design, CAD/CAM. We have got all advanced softwares like CATIA, Unigraphics, MasterCam, molding and extrusion dies, then blown film. Similarly, our laboratory, the NPL accredited, having state-of-art testing and quality assurance equipments, mechanical, thermal, optical, and all these rheological laboratories. That's why the basic objective is that the more focus we are giving that as per NEP 2020, there will be multi-exit, like after second year, third year, the students can choose the minor topics and they can do the training outside, or that is the institute academia and professing, so that the students generally take training in the industry, and after that they come to CPET and they will ask for academic bank of credit. AICT now started doing that, incorporated that is ABC score that is getting added. Suppose anybody is doing any professional training, then that credit is getting added to the candidate, and the candidate will be getting opportunity to in between break and do some additional courses and come back again join in the this course, and maximum duration of completion is 7 years. BTech course is 4 years. That's why in between they can break. Similarly, we have a course that is integrated MSc in material science and engineering. In that, after third year, they will be awarded one degree, that is BSc degree, and after that, they will be, after 5 years, they will be given the that is PG degree. And that's what government has made a lot of flexibility, keeping in mind that the students should be skilled, they should get enough hands-on training so that they can really acceptable in the job market. And for that, the role of CPET is very important, and we are one of the institutes in Southeast Asia. We basically cater to technically trained manpower across the globe. Our students you find across the globe, and you enter any polymeric industry, maybe a patent development, maybe a production industry, maybe manufacturing of molds and dies, you will definitely find the CPTians all across the globe. That's what we put our sincere effort for skill development of the students, so that their acceptability in the job market will be there, and they will flourish and do really better for the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Isipadi, for a nice, comprehensive discussion on the measures you have taken in your institute to accomplish the visions of National Education Policy 2020. So, the same question I would like to ask Dr. P.K. Subodhi regarding skill development and vocational training. Sir, it's over to you.
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. Myself, Principal, Nalanda Institute of Technology. We are under the BPUT, but BPUT is still not implemented at NEP 2020. In NEP, basically in NEP 2020, that is the 10 plus 2 system is scratched, and the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 is introduced. But still also we are under not in implementing position, because we are in the affiliating university. But basically in my college, you are giving stress on the value-added process and pre-placement training. Because almost all the people know that nowadays the people are much more interested going towards the software. And they are very much reluctant to go to that hardware, because they don't want to work. Simple that my previous speaker, they told that they want the software job, they will sit in a AC room and they will enjoy this job. But in my institute, we are focusing on the core branches like mechanical and the electrical engineering and civil engineering, other than that computer science. I think this is the first time that in Odisha that the highest students we are getting from the mechanical branch, around 100 or 110 out of this. And also same thing, we are getting 80% of electrical engineering, and another that is the 80 to 85% of civil engineering,
seats are filled up in that in Nalanda. So recently we have got that the MBA accreditation not in computer science, we have accredited in that the mechanical branch and also that the electrical engineering branch. So what we are doing in that the first semester we are not giving any training to the student, but second, third we are giving that the software that we are giving that the soft skill training, basically communication skill and all other things. And fourth, fifth, sixth, we are giving that the value-added courses. And I think that the protein is giving some that the training to our students like Katia and that the EV. Similarly, in that the branch-wise, we are selecting in computer science, we are selecting some that the other value-added courses. And the value-added courses we are continuing up to that the fourth, fifth, sixth and that the seventh. Because seventh, we are making the students to be employable. But recently that NEP, what it has introduced that they are giving a specific training that they started the training to that from 6th semester, that is 6th year onwards. Means 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, like that. But till yet we are not in that position to give training to that to improve the employability skill. And surely it is highly essential for that the students to go for that the training. And basically nowadays that the free training courses are available in that the MOOCs platform like NPTEL, by which the students and faculty can log in and they can get the training regarding the soft skill from that. I request those faculty almost all coming from that institute, please ask your faculty member first go through the courses which are available in that the NPTEL Swayam platform and which are completely free. And the faculty should train first, then they should guide the students to train it like that. So much of soft skills training programs are available, gate coaching classes also available. They should tell the students to go through the courses. And I request that all the faculty or the principals and other the stakeholder of the colleges, these all type of courses are available free of cost from the NPTEL soil. And if the principal wants to get it free from IIT Kharagpur, because this is only an IIT Kharagpur, they can apply for IIT Kharagpur and they can send the free hard disk of around 15 gigahertz, and they will send it to the IIT Kharagpur, and the IIT Kharagpur on the free of cost, they will send all the curriculum available in that MOOCs platform. So they can bring it, they can install in their college internet, and the students can access it. It need not necessary to go for that the outside or like that and searching for it. But what the students are doing it, so after that completing that will be BTech or simply in 7th semester or 8th semester, and they are going outside and they are thinking that, and if you go to the Bangalore or that or Pune or that the Hyderabad, they may get that the job by taking the training there. But it is not at all necessary. You can start the program by in your institute by inviting that so much trainers are available now and give them additional training to the students depending upon their choices. Thank you. So we are implementing that giving the training on that first semester. It is not there, but second, third, is soft skill, then fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, it is depending upon that concerning that branch. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You have nicely elaborated about the measures you have taken in your institute to enhance skill development and vocational training as envisaged in National Education Policy 2020. So, probably my last question would be related to skill development and vocational training, all three of you. The question is straightforward. You know that these days we are talking, particularly National Education Policy talks about that the students should be job maker rather than job seeker. Okay? So, in that that context, how your institute is going to, improve the ecosystem for startup and entrepreneurship so that we can, achieve or we can, celebrate that students should be given or should be taught or should be given training so that they will make jobs, they will create jobs rather than seeking jobs. So that is what Made in India, the Stand Up India, Startup India, all these are loaded towards that objective. So I would like to hear, you take very less, that answer should be very precise because I have already told you launch is out there. So I will ask Professor Venugopal Mahapatra to briefly answer this.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So actually this is a very nice question you have put because the NEP focuses means multidisciplinary activities only to make some entrepreneurs and to give to the society so many of entrepreneurs so that they can create their own jobs and engage many more in the mainstream. So it is always, sir, in this regard, a step forward because we have got two major institutions inside the KIT University, that is KIT TBI and KIT TEAS, Technology Enabling Center, where lots of thought process just you can create and then nurture by getting some outside funds, government funds or industry funds. Okay, so that if you do mistake, then only you can learn something. So KIT, TEC and TBI is not only used by KIT university students, it's for the completely society, open to everyone. So that is a very good thing, and we have seen because of the available of funds from Government of India and also from various industries. So now those students are coming forward to just think some projects which can be just a part of industry need in future. So that is giving them a space to just experiment and then after that just take it to the market. So such type of arrangements should be available in all the institutions, then only means the entrepreneurship activities can move forward as for the NEP 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. KIT is doing a wonderful job in terms of creating a startup ecosystem. If you go back to three months back, Honorable Education Minister Sri Dharmendra Pradhanji, he inaugurated 100 Cube in IIT Bhubaneswar, you might have known. And what is that 100 Cube? 100 Cube is all about, Orissa is going to celebrate statehood by 2036. That would be 100 years. So his vision is that another 12 years we are having. So we have to create 100 companies, those who will be unicorn. Okay. So valuation would be each company, each startup would be of value of 1 billion, right? So in that direction, whatever KIT and other institutions, IIT Bhubaneswar, KIT, CPET, CV Raman Global University, and many others, many institutes, they are working in that line. Hope that whatever vision our Honorable Education Minister has dreamt of, that will be fulfilled by 2036, and that would be the greatest, thanksgiving to 100 years of our statehood, which is the first in nature throughout India. So a state was made in the line of its its language, that is Odisha first state in 1936 during British time even. So in that respect, I would like to ask Padi sir, okay, to throw some light on how CPET is enhancing or improving that startup ecosystem in your institute.
Yeah, in CPET, generally we are working with Innovex, and also we have tie-up with IMMT CSIR, IMMT Bhubaneswar. Our students are doing their joint research, collaborative research work at IMMT Bhubaneswar with IIT Bhubaneswar and VSSUT Burla. Then with OUTR Bhubaneswar, we have signed MOU, and our students of different stream, they are working jointly for in different projects so that they will get some innovativeness, and many are filing patents also. We are on that line clearly, and with KIT also, many of our students are participating, and they are organizing many events with KIT on regular basis. This is the thing. We are basically on to that, developing new polymer composites, metal matrix composites, and in this area we are focusing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Padi sir. Actually, IIT Bhubaneswar is taking lead, and others are also joining us. So together we can make a difference and we can accomplish the dreams of 100 Cube. So thanks a lot for your efforts and initiatives related to startup ecosystem in your institute. So next question, same question I would like to ask Subodhi sir. So kindly focus.
So in Nalanda Institute of Technology, we have a AIC, Auto Incubation Center, and we have got around 10 crores from Niti Aayog for implementing that the startup and all other things that we did. And under our that the AIC, around 62 startups are working now inside the campus. Among these startups also, 2 of our students is also that is started their startup, though they are in the second year. So you are promoting that the startup, and also in our institute there is the Atal Tinkering Laboratory there. So almost all that the students of around the Bhubaneswar, every Saturday they are going and they are participating in Atal Tinkering that the lab, and we are doing. We are very much interested that to promote that the startup facility, and already we have got that the best startup award from the BPUT and other organization also. And recently also that we are sending our students to IIT Kharagpur, IIT Rupar and IIT Bhubaneswar, and they got awarded in idea, innovation and startup policy like that. So we are very much interested because we have a strong laboratory inside our the college, having that the AR VR lab, drone technology lab, and we are 3D printing. We have around the 10 to 20 3D printers are there that which are that the students are manufacturing the component by using that the 3D lab. Again, I will invite all the principals or any other colleges, the faculty, if they want to visit our center, so we are widely welcome, and they should visit our center, AIC center, which we are costing around 10 crores getting from Niti Aayog. So that the students will be benefited, and that the staffs also will be benefited, so that they can enhance the knowledge of that the students regarding the startup. So the students should not depend upon only that job which is offered by the company, but they should act as an employer, and they can give that the job to that the other that the students reading inside there. So we are very much interested, and also I am inviting almost all that the staffs and that the faculty, staffs and that the faculty or that the principal, they can visit our center. I think this is the only one center in that the Odisha got that the AIC affiliation, that the Auto Incubation Center, and getting it 10 crores from that the Niti Aayog. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Subodhi sir, for startup ecosystem at your institute, and Thanks a lot. And we discuss very comprehensively. We discuss about national education policy, how it's focusing on, skill development, vocational training, lifelong training, inclusive education. Lot many things are there, but we focused mainly on skill development, vocational training, startup ecosystem, entrepreneurship ecosystem. That's all. So we have come to an end of this panel. Thanks a lot, all the panelists, and it's over to you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for conducting this session so beautifully, and thank you so much to all our panelists who joined us today. Now I would like to request Mr. Biswajit Shaw, CEO Pro Trainee, to kindly come and join us on the stage to felicitate all our panelists and the moderator as well. So I would like to request Mr. Biswajit to kindly felicitate Dr. P.K. Subudhi, Principal, Nalanda Institute of Technology, to kindly felicitate him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to thank each of the panelists once again for such an amazing discussion and putting up their ideas, suggestions and experience, and making this third session even more productive. Thank you so much, Naresh sir, for conducting this session so beautifully and concluding it so beautifully. So as sir told that, the only session that was standing between the lunch and in a very beautiful way. Now I would like to request all our panelists and the moderator to kindly be seated at your places. Thank you so much for making it happening. So before announcing the lunch break, I would like to request everyone to get back to the same place after the lunch, because the second half of the rest of the three panel sessions are morely corporate things, and many corporate people are also joining us for the panel sessions. So this is going to be really very interesting, and we will be coming up with more ideas, more suggestions and many other things. So it's a request to everyone to kindly come back to the same place positively. We are hoping that all of you will be coming back within the time. It's 1:35 and we are announcing a lunch break till 2:15 as we are going to start our next panel session at 2:25 exactly. So I would like to request everyone, you can just take a break and you can have your lunch, but it's a request to kindly come back to the same spot, because if time permits and we are not running late and people are there with they are inquisitive about asking questions, they can definitely go for that as well, because we were running out of time, we could not do that. Thank you so much everyone for being patient, and thank you for bearing with us. Thank you. We will be getting back soon after the lunch break. Thank you. All right, and for lunch, I would like to request everyone to kindly go to the second floor and everyone will be guided outside. Coordinators from our side will be guiding you through. Thank you so much.